Manchester United dismantled Spurs yesterday at Old Trafford. These are going to be your five things we learned from the game. We'll be talking Carrick, Bruno, some other individuals, and the team performance as well. But the first thing we have to talk about is Michael Carrick, man. Like, this guy has changed Manchester United Football Club in such a short space of time. He has a team playing great football. I've actually watched the game back multiple times. I've watched highlights. Like, it was such a good game to watch. And this is a reflection of Michael Carrick and the work that he's done in such a short space of time with his team. His patterns of play, his quality, his scoring goals. We had two goals that were offside yesterday. We should have had five or six goals. We had 10 shots on target. It was totally dominant from United. Yes, the red card helped. But I thought United were the dominant side even before that anyway. I think we looked more comfortable. We looked better as a team. I think ultimately we did what we needed to do. And I think that's the biggest thing. United getting the job done. And if he keeps going in the way that he is, he's going to get that permanent job. Like, I don't think many people would argue with it. He's someone who gets the club. The performance from the team yesterday was fantastic. As I said, the press, it was a bit of a different press. It was in Burmo most of the time on the left, but it was fluid, interchanging from the attack. Defensively, we were very, very good. Keeping a clean sheet against the Spurs side, who scored two goals against City. Like, they're a team. United don't keep many clean sheets this season, and I think that's down to Le Mans, but ultimately the whole team. And Le Mans has been a big part of that. United keeping all the clean sheets when Le Mans has been in goal. But I think it does come down to Carrick and the way in which he has these players believing, he has me believing, and ultimately he has the players believing that they can just do achieve something really special this season. If he continues to win the games, who knows what's going to happen come the end of the season. But yeah, Carrick ball, as I said, United were dominant in possession. They were the better team. Yes, there were spells where Tottenham had chances and they looked all right, but for large parts of it, United were controlling the game. And I think the big word that I took from the game yesterday was just control. It was total and sheer dominance from Manchester United to beat Spurs, in my opinion. The second thing we have to talk about is this guy, the Magnifico Bruno Fernandes, 200 goal contributions in 314 games. But it wasn't even the world class goal that he scored, it was just his overall performance, which was fantastic. Like, I was actually disappointed that he didn't get an assist. And that tells you everything we need to know. Sesko robbed him off an assist, man. Sesko had so much time for that chance in like the 95th minute. Like, he could have chested it, took one or two touches. But again, listen, Bruno, another goal, 200 goal contribution, as I said, I think it's 103, 104 goals, 96 assists. It's a quite an impressive record. He has the most assists from a Portuguese player in the league, in the Premier League. I think he's apparently only 4 goals away from De Bruyne. But what you have to say about Bruno is he's a leader. He's someone who sets the example. Some of the passes, the Rabona cross that he was doing, the confidence that he's playing with, and we're seeing him in his natural position in that number 10, and he looks miles better in my opinion. And I've been very excited by that. And I'm hopeful to see what happens going forward, man. I think it's a big sort of few games left of the season for him. Hopefully, he does get that assist record because I think it'd be great for him on a personal level, and that'd be something that I think he does like want to achieve and deserves to achieve. But his performance, as I said, it was the one touch passing, it was control on the ball, it was the like he is the best number 10 in the league. I don't think anyone could chat to him with the sort of consistency, the quality, and where United have been. Like, this guy has been a ridiculous player. He's won numerous Premier League Player of the Months, Goal of the Months, and Player of the Years. Like, this guy has been underrated, and 12 assists and 6 goals in the league. Bearing in mind he did have a hamstring injury as well. So yeah, listen, that this guy ridiculously consistent. And as I said, look at some of the tens in the league that he's better than Eze, Odegaard. For me, he's better than Bernardo Silva, better than Cherky. Um, he was like literally there's no tens in the league that can chat to Bruno Fernandes, and the way in which he went about the game, he's all action midfielder, had a part to play in the goal as well. It was just quality to see, man, and I'm so happy with having Bruno in this team. The next thing, Brian Mbumo, like this guy as well, he is a class player, man. I think watching him yesterday was just a joy to watch. He's just such a good football player, and he works ridiculously hard. He's someone who puts the graft in. Yes, we're seeing all the goals and they're paying off, but his defensive work rate is so underrated. Like, he's someone who puts the hard yards in when he needs to and grafts and is a determined football player, man. And I think this guy, 10 goals in his first season for United, and we've still got 13 games left. Who knows what can happen? 2 goals against Spurs this season, a goal at Anfield, a goal against City, and a goal against Arsenal. He scored some important goals for United this season, and his performance yesterday, playing at the number 9 position, he was dropping deep, he was going out wide, he was defending. As I said, scored the goal, which was a well worked set piece, and that comes down to Carrick and the analysts and stuff who obviously worked on that. But again, you still have to execute it, and that was down to a great finish by Mbeumo. And again, imagine if he gets 20 goals in this first season, it'd be absolutely brilliant. So I definitely think that is something that's possible with the form that he's currently on. And listen, I think Sesko won't be unhappy the fact that he's been out the team, because Sesko and Burma's just been very, very good. And I think his performance yesterday was brilliant, man. The 90 minutes were class from him, and I really did thoroughly enjoy watching him. Spurs just didn't know how to deal with him. He could have had maybe 2 or 3 goals, but the one was enough for him, I'd say. Now, the next thing, Kobbie Mainoo. Like, this guy is doing everything he can to get into that England squad. What a football player we have in our hands. As I always say, the fact that United are even looking at selling him is a joke. He's a top level footballer. He's someone who can pass. He got an assist yesterday. He had a decent shot on him. He can control the game, and he's looked very, very good. And to not be playing games, to be thrown into the limelight, 4 games he started into Carrick, played large amounts of 90 minutes as well. It was nice to see him in the 90th minute actually go off to kind of give Tyler Fletcher his debut. But he, as I said, controlled the game. Him and Casemiro have done a very good job in that midfield. He looks calm, he looks composed, he looks confident, and he's playing some very, very good football. And I think he's someone who, again, as I said, keeps up those performances, will be in that England squad. And as I said, it's just the confidence that he was playing with. At one point, he did a shoulder pass. Like, he was just oozing quality and class. And I'm so happy to have him in this team. And long may it continue at the highest level, because he really is a talented football player. Now, the fifth and final thing, Casemiro, man, he must have some sort of goal bonus, or some sort of, that guy. He ran into the net. He had about 3 long shots that I could think, or 2 long shots. Um, and he's just playing like a man possessed. Like, if we signed him 10 years ago, genuinely, he it would have changed lives. But Casemiro, it's sad that he's leaving, but his performance yesterday, just him and MAINOO have looked very, very good this season. Composed, especially in the Carrick. He has that level of quality, his experience. But yeah, man, he's a goal threat. He's a massively important player for this team. And I think overall, I think his performance yesterday was, obviously, I know Bruno got man of the match, but he did put in a man of the match performance, in my opinion. So yeah, listen, they've been your 5 things. So happy with what's been seen at Manchester United right now. Carrick, man, where'd you go from here, man? If he continues to win games, he will get given that job, and rightly so. But he's doing all the right things at the moment, and I think it's the simplicity from the coach, and it's just getting players in the right positions, getting them playing confident football. I think we are really starting to see Manchester United go on and do something real special, get into the Champions League. But it's more importantly, the football that we're playing is controlled, is dominant, is aggressive. We're losing the ball, we're winning it back straight away. There's more than 3 occasions, or more definitely than 1 occasion I could think of, where United lost the ball and within 5 seconds they won it back. It was that intensity. Even Delot, it was that out of position structure from United. Also in possession, pushing the fullbacks forward. Delot getting an assist. Shaw could have had a goal. It was just a great bit of play from United in large parts of that game. So yeah, very happy. They've been your 5 things we learned. There's so much we have learned from Carrick so far. Like, he's just a fantastic manager, man. And West Ham on Tuesday. Would it be silly if Manchester United to get 5 in a row? That guy could be finally getting his haircut.